In this section, we will learn how to evaluate alternatives using a ratings model. First, we'll go ahead and set up a model similarly to how we have done it before, except this time we will only use the goal and the criteria because we will add the alternatives later. Next, go to the Judgments tab, again similarly to before, and go ahead and make the node comparisons for all of the criteria. I went ahead and made them the same as we have done previously. Notice that the inconsistency is below 0.1, so we can proceed. Next, click on the Ratings tab next to the Judgments tab, and it will bring up this screen. Go ahead and double-click on each of the criteria to add it to the list of ratings criteria, as I have done here. Click on the tab for Step 2, Add Alternatives, and go ahead and type in the new alternative name for Car 1, Car 2, and Car 3, and click Create Alternative for each. Now we must create a rating scale for each of the criteria. I went ahead and used the scale of excellent, above average, average, below average, and poor. Just type in the names of each item for each of the criteria. Now click the Compare button in order to assign values to each of the rating scale items. You can do this through the questionnaire mode, in which you do a pairwise comparison for each one, like we've done before. However, in this case, it's sometimes easier to just input the values directly, so I clicked on the Direct tab. If I want to use a 1 through 5 Likert scale value, then I would input the values as shown, because these are the normalized values associated with 1 through 5 that add up to a total of 1. This is what it should look like when you're finished. You can see that there are numeric and graphical values associated with each item, and just visually you can tell that this is about right. Now we need to rate each alternative with respect to each criterion. As you can see, I clicked the drop-down tab for Car 1 for aesthetics, and I would pick the value that I would most associate with Car 1 with respect to aesthetics. I've gone ahead and filled in all of the ratings. Remember that these are just hypothetical, so I'm really just picking values. The last thing I would do is click Synthesize Whole Model. And that will bring up this box, and as you can see, as we found before, Car 2 is our best alternative.